dang, they already hunting my man down. What he gonna do? But he screamed at him, so he should be alright. So we finally got another episode after the first episode. Now, I don't know how many people are actually watching Ajin because it is CGI, and if you don't know, I'm about to break the fourth wall, but in the anime community, most people don't like CGI stuff, CGI anime and stuff and like that. They like hand-drawn and handwritten stuff like that. They don't like when you bring in 3D things unless it adds to the already hand-drawn scenes and stuff. And if it does, that's pretty doggone good and they love it. But I'm thinking people are really not gonna watch Ajin because of the 3D. Just like the Knights of Sedona, what I previously reviewed on my channel. But it was a series that started off good but then kind of fell flat, so I really didn't review it no more. But nobody watched that series, and I realized that I was basically the only person watching that series and reviewing it. And once the series and the season kept going, I understood why. But yeah, man, this freaking episode was crazy, man. That finally we know that that guy's name. I think his name is Directive Yo Takasaki. That's his name. And I'm thinking that dude might be an Ajin. That's what I'm thinking. Like for real, cause he's just too weird, and he eat mints like how in Tokyo Ghoul, the ghouls can only drink coffee. Like that's what's creeping me out, man. But I don't think that's the case because you did see my man, dang, what's his name? Nigi, I think that's his name. The main character, that's the Ajin. You did see him at the vending machine when they stopped for gas, drinking some type of drink. So I don't know if that was like green tea or could have been Arizona for all I know. But when they got there, when freaking Detective Yu, I'm gonna call him Detective Takasaki, because that just rolls off the tongue easier and it's better for me to say. But Detective Takasaki was telling everybody a little bit of what he know about Ajin and stuff, and the head policeman was there asking him, "Are you keeping information away from us?" That was my computer. "You keeping information away from us? What's going on? Like, I want you to keep me in the loop. Like, don't keep me out of the loop and stuff." And then Detective Takasaki was just like, "Look, I'm gonna tell you what you need to know, and here's what you need to know: a shipment of freaking tranquilizer guns are coming tomorrow, so be ready for that. And that's the only way you can take down Ajin." And like after he said that, he was basically talking to his assistant like, "We need to find this guy and catch this guy before any other country try to come and find him and catch him." And I think it's like that because there's only a couple of Ajin that's out there in the whole entire world. So basically, it's like a power grab in order to get the Ajin, to convince them in some way to work for that government. I don't know if they have like the Ajin's Ajin's family. Man, I'm sorry for yawning, but every time I do a video, I talk a lot, and since I talk a lot, I start yawning. It's very weird. But they might have those the Ajin's family at hostage, and like, "If you don't freaking do this for us, we gonna kill your family and stuff, man." Because if you don't know, your government is a gangster, and them niggas will hold you hostage like crazy, man. Like nobody is safe and stuff, man. But after that, like freaking dog, what's my man name? My man with that was riding, my man that was freaking the Ajin dudes, a friend. I keep forgetting their names, man. It's only the second episode, and plus they don't say their names like that. It's just real. They just talk about their feelings and what's going to happen to them, like most of the time, and the conflict that's going on. So they really don't say their names. But they was at the gas station. He was getting gas, and then some dude in like a church van rolled up behind him. It looked like a church van, man. It was a weird long tail van rolled up behind him, and then they was like, "Oh snap, we gotta go. We can't let nobody see us." So they got on the bike, and when they was getting on the bike and they left, the dude was looking on his phone. He was looking on his phone, and he was like, "Oh my God, this the Ajin right there." And then they showed us inside the van, and they already kidnapped some girl. They had some school girl in the back and John. They kidnapped her. I was like, these guys already bad, man. So then they freaking follow those guys for like however long. We don't even know how long with their lights off. And then freaking Negi said he had to go pee. So he got out. They had to stop. So he got off the bike and was peeing. And then dude came up behind him with a baseball bat, clocked him right in the side of the head, man. He was like, "What you doing? I'm about to bust you up." Like, boom, Barry Bonds them right in the side of the head, man. And once he did that, it was on then, because freaking my man that was on the bike started hearing some noise, and then he looked around and he saw a van. He looked in the rearview mirror and he saw a van back there. He was like, "What is a van doing back there parked?" So he went back there and he saw his boy in trouble, so he ran back there and started fighting another dude, because two of those guys started fighting another dude. And while all of this is happening, the girl that was in the van got out of the van. And then, like, she don't even know where she is, but she gonna try to walk in pitch black darkness to wherever she gotta go, man. Because I'm like, yeah, girl, go ahead, do that, man. You gotta get out of there, because them dudes are dangerous. They crazy. You don't know what they can do, so you gotta get out of there. So then freaking they fighting. And then old boy that had hit Negi in the back of the head with the baseball bat started choking him. Then Negi dies. Then the freaking Ajin comes out of Negi and then starts saying stuff that Negi was previously saying. Like, "I have to pee," and what if I get caught and stuff like that. And then once he said that, freaking homeboy popped off on him because he thought he was dead. He was like, "Oh my God, I thought Ajins couldn't die and stuff." And then there's a reward. There's a reward for freaking anybody who catches Negi is 100 million yen. So he's like, "Dang, man, I can't even get my 100 million yen." So they jumped on old boy and started beating him up. But then Negi came back alive because the Ajin re-entered him. Once it re-entered him, he got up and then like did like some type of banshee screech or something like that. Like he just screamed and stuff, and then they stopped moving. Everybody stopped moving. But when he started talking to his boy regained his movement, and then they left. But the other two dudes was still frozen and stuff. And then while they was leaving and John, they were riding away. His boy was like, "Why in the world did my body start up moving again once he came to me and was talking to me, and they didn't come to and they did not move." Yeah, and they did not move and stuff. And then once they was leaving and jump, I don't know how that van must be fast as ever. Either that van is super fast or they was going really slow, but somehow they was already gone. A couple of like, I think about either 2 minutes, like a minute or 2 minutes passed, and then they started moving again, and then they got back in the van and then chased them and caught up with them. And while they was chasing them, Negi saw some Ajin that was just running around with them, like on some freaking like building or bridge or something. They was running beside them, and I was like, "What the heck is that?" And then freaking they like a whole car scene chase happened, and then they crossed some tracks, and Negi and his boy got over the tracks, and then they left. But then for some reason, we see the van try to cross the tracks and stuff, and the train is coming, and they like blow through those tracks and jump, and then freaking my man was like, "Yeah." So he went through. He tried to blow through it, but then he lifted his foot off the gas and then pressed on the brakes. And then his boy like, "Yo, what you doing, man? Why you pressing on the brakes?" And he looked beside him. It was that freaking Ajin that was running beside Negi and them inside the van with them, holding his head so he couldn't move. So he took his foot off of the gas and put it immediately on the brake while they were on the tracks. So this stupid tail dude, instead of getting out the car and running, because I would have ran. If I would have saw that and then we on the tracks and the train is coming, I would have ran. because he could move, but his boy couldn't move because his boy was driving, and that was the person that the Ajin had got. So he just stood, he just sat in the car, just screaming and stuff, talking about some floored and floored. But he like, I can't move, man. My body won't respond to me and stuff like that. He was just stupid. But then, freaking, they got hit by the train, and then the episode ended after that, man. But it was a good episode. I probably missed some stuff, but that was just what I can remember. And I really liked the episode. Very good episode. It probably gave a little bit more detail into what Detective Takasaki actually knows. His assistant didn't say anything, and they probably had a little bit more dialogue into what Negi and his boys actually thinking right now, since they're on the run, because they really don't have a plan. They just like, man, we gotta get away and we gotta go far, and that's basically all they thinking about, man. But let me know what you thought of the freaking episode and all that down in the comments, man. Like this video, share and subscribe, and hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say, leave a comment, subscribe, and all of that. I'm Danny Awesome. You're awesome. Stay awesome. I love your faces. Peace. One love. And I'll see y'all in the next one, man. I'm out. Peace.